be Dr. Aude Le Guennec talking to us. She is based at Heriot-Watt University, but Aude is going to be talking to us about a project which she has run and led on behalf of the Young Academy of Scotland. And it ties in really nicely actually with what Dunya was saying at the start of the afternoon about the importance of bringing in children's voices and young voices, because that is precisely what Aude is going to talk to us about. So Aude, I will hand over to you.
Hi everyone, I hope you can see my screen and you can hear me okay. I've got a few screens open at this time of the day, so I hope it's fine. Right, so hello everyone, thank you so much for inviting me to present what the Young Academy of Scotland, which I am co-chairing, is currently doing in terms of gathering the voices of the children with regard to climate change, environment, and equality and diversity within society, which are basically the grand challenges faced by Scotland today. So A, gathering the voices of the children, and B, also raising the awareness of these children towards these grand challenges. So I won't focus necessarily on one project here because it's a very quick snapshot on what we're doing. I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about why we're doing that and how we're doing that. And then I will point you towards the direction of interesting videos which you could spend some time to watch after this fantastic symposium. So first of all, children and the Young Academy of Scotland. Why at the Young Academy of Scotland would we gather children's voice? That's basically to promote this inclusive and participative approach of our society, and also to contribute to the education of the citizens of tomorrow. And because of that, we have decided to develop some projects which are focused either on the United Nations Conventions of the Right of the Child, and it's been extremely important to set a robust methodology for children's consultation, as this has been incorporated in Scottish law. So we have really focused on this kind of problem and how we could raise the awareness towards the United Nations Convention of the Right of the Child. But also we have found that it was legitimate for us to echo children's voices in relation with the approach towards the education, childhood policy in Scotland, and more broadly, as I said before, towards the grand challenges and the problem in relation to the environment, climate change, and human rights. There was also an opportunity for the Young Academy of Scotland to leverage existing networks and to build further connections amongst the sectors of education, childhood policymakers, and we were extremely keen at exploring forwards how to commit ourselves in this important work of gathering the voices of the children and raising the awareness of tomorrow's grand challenges. Working on these projects has been for the Young Academy of Scotland an eye-opening. And we've questioned ourselves on how we would react to the priorities set by children, how we should explore our activity portfolio in the light of children's answers, and how we should have a more systematic approach of and include children's views in our projects. So let me talk to you about a project that we have started last December and run during the spring, during this very unprecedented time of lockdown and post-lockdown. when most of the schools were still open or closed on a regular basis. So we've decided to develop a competition for children based on their approach of their environment, their approach of human rights. And we've asked them to provide a visual interpretation of these challenges. They could use animation clips, they could use posters, collage, any type of medium, any type of format, as long as it was visual. We have received a good breadth of answers from the children, and we have decided to create a video. I have put the link to the video at the end of this presentation, and it will be also in the chat for you. And there's also a virtual exhibition. And we've been really impressed by the importance that children were raising towards the difficult situation of our society with regard to climate change, and how acting upon climate change could ensure a better future for Scotland and for them. So to finish off with this presentation, I would like to show you a word cloud of coming directly from children's answer to this competition. Words which we have found on a regular basis in their posters, in their collage, in their pieces of art, and words that they have also expressed in the video. The link is just here, and I will, as I said, put it in the chat for you. So this was an extremely interesting project, an eye-opener, as I said, and a project where we can see how the priorities of tomorrow are identified, genuinely identified, and so realistically identified by the children. So we will try to keep working on this. And for example, in projects like the United Nations Convention of the Right of the Child project, which we will run in 2022, we will continue working in this direction. And of course, many others, like the responsible debates, education to STEM, and other projects on learning about migration, for example, which will be developed in the coming month. So I'd like to thank you very much for your attention, and I'm happy to answer any question. And sorry if I've taken a little bit more time than expected. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aude. It's really interesting to hear about those initiatives with children amplifying their views, their responses, and their solutions to some of the environmental and human rights challenges which we face, these grand challenges.